Well, let's talk about Rebecca, not the Hitchcock version, but the new version, the Ben Wheatley version. There's a glossy look of digitally shot movies that has never quite meshed with period pieces. This is a pleasant looking movie, but there is an inherent wrongness to its DNA. I'm just not sure I want to see characters on digital when their real life counterparts, meaning all the people who lived in the 1930s, would only ever have appeared on actual film. I think Kenneth Branagh's Perot movies have this problem. Uh, Baz Luhrmann's Great Gatsby has this problem. And it's part of what makes a movie like The Lighthouse so exceptional just for its aesthetic. In this movie, Lily James joins a long line of beautiful young actresses who have played characters that are implied to be homely or natural rather than what? I don't know. Pornographically sexy. But the idea that some faceless woman named Rebecca outclassed Lily James in looks is hard to buy. So a lot of the movie's hard to buy. Now, Army Hammer movies almost never shy away from how tall he is compared to his co stars, but this movie cannot decide if it wants to use his height to make his character imposing or goofy. Different scenes do different things with it. And this, combined with his not quite British accent, kind of leaves him to do nothing but use his face, his expressions, and his eye language to do the heavy lifting in his performance. And he's admittedly good at that. But immediately following the publication of Hammer's dating life and all the controversy with that, I was briefly obsessed with trying to analyze this guy's career and determine why this violence oriented sex addict might pick each of the roles in his very bizarre filmography. You should go take a look at his filmography sometime. But this particular role is one of the easier to guess at. Rebecca's about a rich man with a sinister secret who escapes judgment with the help of this pretty young thing who appears quite willing to submit to his lifestyle in order to escape hers. So the dime store psychoanalysis of Army Hammer picking this movie to star in is some combination of like festering guilt and wishful thinking. It is bittersweet to be a cinephile of my particular birth date. I'm Gen Z. On the one hand, I've missed out on what were undeniably American cinema's most exceptional eras. Now, on the other, I think I have the unique ability to look at certain contemporary movies with a more understanding attitude than older viewers. Now, it just so happens that the 1940 Rebecca was one of the only Hitchcock movies that I hadn't seen when I was first watching Ben Wheatley's Rebecca. And for better or worse, that allowed me to have the opinion that this 2020 Rebecca is not really any great offense. Now, the original Rebecca is not on the level of Psycho, but it still appears to be respected enough that most critics instantly brushed off the remake on principle. And I don't know that that's fair. The movie contains multiple delightful twists, and those unfamiliar with the source material should enjoy it a little bit. Um, it's just not exceptionally made.